Hello, Mayor. I'm Sami.
Tilara.
Tarek.
Emi.
This is a presentation for the city Minsk. In Minsk, there is a lot of sustainable energy you can create. In the river Minsk, called Swishlash, there is running water. And with running water, you can produce energy. You can place there hydropower stations that make energy with high tide and low tide. Sustainability is that you recycle things and that you are more careful with water and electricity you tend to waste. If we aren't going to live more sustainable, the CO2 emission will become too much and the earth will heat up and will become even more dirty. The district Veemarkt is a sustainable district in 4 ways. They use solar energy, they place it on the roof of the houses. They reduced water use by means of gases. The houses are isolated with plastic. The lampposts have LED lighting. It saves 70% of the energy. Instead of light bulbs, you can use LED lights. You can separate your garbage and you can buy an electric car. Of course, you will have to use it too. The consumption of oil products in Minsk has been lower and lower. There's only one type of fuel that isn't really getting lower, and that is the LPG and the NGL. Those are still getting higher and lower and higher and lower. If you get that down, you can maybe make it so that you don't use oil at all. If you do that, you will become you can have more sustainable energy because you need less fabrics. The electricity generated by fuel is really high. The most you use is natural gas, which is quite not sustainable because it's you use so much of it. If you use less of it, you can make sure you also use less oil, which you already are doing, and less coal. If you do that, and you use more bio-waste and geothermal and nuclear, you maybe can be fully sustainable. The energy production in Minsk is pretty good because you produce a lot of bio-waste and biofuel. You produce not much natural gas, and you don't really, but you really do use oil and coal. If you get that down, because that's a really big number that you use, if you get that down, you can be really sustainable because you already are using lots of biofuel, and so you can maybe use thermal, solar, or wind to replace the oil and the coal. If you do that, I think you can be really sustainable. At the Dynamo Stadium, which you are already removing, you could place some solar panels and sun collectors, so that you become more sustainable of solar energy. If you do that, you will have a lot of space because the Dynamo Stadium is really big. If you remove all of it around it, except for the houses, of course, and the trees and stuff, you can use a lot of it. Because you've got a lot of sun hours in Minsk, you can use a lot of solar energy. As I already said, you can use all the solar energy which you can produce at the old Dynamo Stadium. In the summer, you got a lot of sun hours, but we don't know yet how many the average sun hour at a day is. But at the year, at a month, the sun hours is the number really big. If you could do that every year, it's gonna be a lot of energy. You could maybe live off it.